What's up everyone, Brawlmaster47 here once again, getting back to the blind let's play of Danganronpa V3 Kill in Harmony. And we tried to do a seance to kind of speak to the spirit of Angie, but somehow it failed. And I did see something that, I think something happened. Well, so now, Dale's gonna remove the sheet. And Kyo pinched the fabric and gently pulled it aside. Wait, that's... Wait a minute. Wait, why is there blood there? It's a mess. Wait a minute. Is... Oh, God. Oh, wait, is that another Did Tango just die? Himiko ran toward the cage at a sprint. Himiko! I told you not to step on the... But she wasn't listening. She jumped onto the cage and... Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage, lifted it up, and... Oh my God. Oh my God. No. Oh God. It's just like the other two games. Two dead bodies in the third case. Who would have thought there'd be another victim during the investigation? Maybe Malfani's green puke was predicting this tragedy. Oh, the puke's color's normal now. I guess it was predicting this. Everyone, please assemble in the seance room. Oh my God. The second body discovery announcement played. God, Tenko. And here we were gonna accuse her, but what happened? But now we can't. Well, we could, but it doesn't really seem right. Didn't take long for everyone to come running. Tycho? Seriously? What is this? How did this happen? Tycho, God, I'm so sorry. God, no could protect you. Suichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting a seance. What happened?
Well, that's...
I don't know. What's happening? How did this happen?
What on earth?
I'm surprised too. I never thought a murder would happen during an investigation. I guess for now, you should probably start the investigation right away. Before that, I would like to confirm something. The culprit who killed Angie may be a different culprit from the one who killed Tenko, yes?
Huh?
Oh, that's right! That's right.
If so...
What happens if, in the event that there are two murders by two people, what if there are two blackened? Will we need to find them both at the class trial?
That's right.
Now that you mention it, that is a good point. What would happen in that scenario? Huh? What would happen? Monodam, what would happen? What would happen? You look lost too, Monodam. I thought you two were gonna run things instead of Daddy. I never expected something like this to happen. I don't know what to do. Really, I don't know. Oh boy. Aw man, they're all disorganized. If you can't decide the class trial's objective, then we don't know what to investigate. Father always knows what to do. You should ask him for help.
No way!
You're forgotten. Daddy's in no condition to help us. Yeah, he's in patches still. Oh, it's all our fault that Daddy ended up like that. Huh? It's all your fault, Monofini? Daddy, help! We don't know what to do with this on our own. We gotta use the power of love. That ought to snap him back to normal. That won't work. Father is just an empty shell now.
That's right.
That's not true. Anything is possible with the power of love. You don't understand that because you've never loved before, Monodam. Daddy, I love you, so please go back to normal. I want to see you, Father. I love you with all my heart. Aw, you're making me blush. Oh boy.
Here I am.
I'm back! Were you good while I was away?
Thank you so much, my adorable
Wait. Wait, hold on. What was that one I just saw?
With you running the academy, I was able to fully enjoy my relaxing vacation.
So wait, that other Monokuma was a fake?
Oh, that tickles. Father's intense love is getting me all soaked.
Yeah.
Daddy, your tongue feels amazing. This better not awaken anything in me.
Yeah.
No.
And that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time off to relax.
To tell you the truth,
Normally, most companies won't even let you take time off to go on vacation. But I was able to do it. The secret is just to leave, whether you get permission or not. Wait. So then, who's this Baldy then?
yeah.
Oh, just a part-timer I got to cover me while I was gone.
Hey!
There's your pay like we agreed on. Now take it and get out of here. Huh? I thought you were supposed to be relaxed. Now that nuisance is out of the way, what are you guys talking about again?
Yeah.
Ah, that's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates?
I'll answer that.
Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first serve. First come, first serve?
Hey,
The blackened who kills the first victim to be discovered will be your target.
in other words,
In other words, if the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko herself is a waste of a victim.
now then,
Oh, I'll add this to the school regulations so you can review it later.
ahead.
I also updated the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate this murder too. Okay, well.
Father!
Boy, everything's gonna run so smoothly now that Father's running things again. Leader's gotta be able to take decisive action. Indecision's just the worst. You're glowing like a lamp. Yeah. I think Monodam's not too happy about this. There's nothing better than being praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs. For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. Wow, kinda hurt my throat just doing that. He just left us behind while he was saying he'd never let us go.
How nice!
That's why he's so amazing. Please lick me some more, Daddy. Ugh. Sure.
So long, farewell.
Oh. Monodam didn't go. And he's gone. So to make sense of all
Listen
that,
closely.
if both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer.
Nope.
But we don't even know if there is a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True. We should investigate Tenko's death as well, just in case.
How exciting!
Finally, things are heating up. I'm getting so excited.
Piece of shit!
Ah, Yeah, you fucking psycho.
Shuichi!
Shuichi, this is bad. Huh? This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tenko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused, and I'm in no shape to help right now.
No.
So this is where you need to step up.
Listen up.
Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, then let's check the Monokuma file first. Okay. So, the victim is Tenko Kamashira. And the body was found in the 4th floor. Time of death was 11 a.m., which we were all there. And the only visible injury is a stab wound to the back of the neck. A stab wound to the back of the... on her neck. The same as Angie's cause of death. It doesn't look like a coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse. Curse?
Jeez.
God, not again. Curse!
Hey!
Oh, wow. Kind of...
Curse! Kaito, calm down. No way there's a curse! Don't screw around!
You're the one who's screwing around. Do you want to die?
Wow, I think Kaito might have been knocked out. A dull sound reverberated through the room. Wow. So, in other words, Maki just punched Kaito in the face.
Are you okay?
Kaito, are you okay? My bad, Soichi. Starting to feel bad, but for a different reason. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'm gonna leave this to you and Maki roll. Kaito left the room, still a bit wobbly. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
That's correct.
True. We haven't time to mourn Tenko's death, as our own lives are at risk.
This is...
That's true, but Angie and then Tenko. To think earlier I was suspicious of Tenko. I'm sorry, Tenko.
How can this be?
It's all Gonta's fault. Gonta failed to protect friends again. Boy, Tenko's death caught us all off guard. Everyone is panicking. I have to keep it together. I have to work harder. Because I'm a detective. Alright. The investigation is back. It's too dark in here. Can't investigate even if we wanted to.
Got it.
Don't to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
No.
No, that won't be necessary.
Ah,
Yeah, that's not necessary at all. Huh? Why?
listen up!
Show him, Kibo. Show him your new power. New power?
His eyes lit up.
Okay.
I, Iruma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
Whoa.
Shine on, shine on!
Wow.
Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
Wow. Just... No, it's much brighter. Man, what a lame function. Should have made him like a transformer or something. First of all, he's a robot. What would he transform into?
It's okay.
But it's bright now, so we should hurry and investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, so Kibo's flashlight function is here. I don't know why that's a thing. Oops. I guess we'll do the circle. I was gonna do the body. It's the magic circle drew on the floor. Well, at least it was. It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well,
Was this drawn with salt? Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
what?
Are you feeling alright, You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous? I've performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my boat. Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. Angie doesn't really beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually.
But
In any case, with all the footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in that Dog Village document.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo? Seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense. Actually, yeah, there is. Okay, so the magic circle. Then there's... Is there anything else, like, worth looking at? Well, let's look over here for a bit. There's the rock. Wait a minute. What's with the floorboard here? Ah, this floorboard is loose. It's the one right under Tenko.
why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
if I remember correctly,
It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance. How did it come loose during the seance?
but
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose. So we got a loose floorboard. And now we'll check out her body. Tenko's dead body. He took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Oh, wait! Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
Nope.
It might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out. What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course. Quick deaths are my specialty. Well then, that makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around. You're right, I don't see an obvious murder weapon. Give me a clue. So, the last moments where then there was the marker stone. Is that even... I don't know if that's going to be anything. There's a rock next to Tenko's body. That must be... Please rest your forehead upon the stone marker I've placed there. It's just the stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work? Certainly. It is really needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon. Like this? Yep. Tenko had her forehead on this rock hunched over. She had to make herself small to fit inside the cage. And then there's the iron cage. This is a cage used in the seance.
is this?
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
Hey,
Hey, look at this.
is this?
A bloodstain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
That's true.
Yeah, I imagine so. The splatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead. Huh.
Then,
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain the bloodstain, right?
Huh?
Huh? Perhaps Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. If that's the case, we should probably take a look. We should probably take a look at this, to be honest. It's a wooden dog statue used in the seance. I believe it's called the Dog God. During the seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
If I remember correctly,
Kyo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls. What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides your mother? What?
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. Anyway,
Is this...
if this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. Doesn't sound like you were kidding either. So, okay. Then there's the cloth. It's a white sheet we use for the seance. It's placed on top of the cage. And hold on a second. That square portion of the cage looks kind of suspicious. Kyo was the one who removed it.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick. It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back, look, there's a bloodstain on it, right around the middle of the sheet. But there's no hole in the fabric. Okay, so I had a theory, but that tossed it out the window. Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through this cloth. She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. White sheet has been added to the truth bullets section. Okay, so we got the sheets. So how did this all happen? If she was stabbed on the back of the neck through this. Also, what was that sound that we heard? Is there anything here we can investigate? I don't think this candle has anything to do with it. Well, maybe Kyo has something to say?
I cannot.
Why? Why did this?
I knew it.
Kyo, I know the murder was pretty shocking.
Of course.
Of course, I'm shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? We performed all the steps flawlessly. He seems more concerned by that than the murder.
Yes.
Oh, if we performed the caged child again, and summons Tenko spirit this time.
Stupid.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Suichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the
I
seance?
see, yes.
True. It may be best to move past what happened, to know why the seance failed.
Is that so?
Whatever, just hurry up. Oh, wow. Aki's not beating around the bush. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spirit medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then, Suichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. After that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all 4 of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood... Wait, did something skip? Placed the wooden statue on top of the dog cage. Afterwards, we stood in the 4 corners of the room. Kokichi and Suichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The seance should have been complete, but... now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. Yeah, that was a weird sound. It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps. That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something?
What do you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
We had called out to her, but no reply came. I had Suichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth and then Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it, and it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance. But it would not be too difficult. It would not be difficult in such darkness. Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yes, that is a problem.
I see, yes.
There is another problem. And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from the corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Honestly, since the seance is clearly a sham. Oh, I wouldn't say that to Kyo. Aki was never was one to pull her punches. Okay, so what else is there? Himiko, are you alright?
Hey!
Himiko! Hey, Himiko! Be strong, Himiko!
Wait,
Yanta, if you shake Himiko that much, she's going to break.
What?
But she's not talking. It's like Himiko not even here. She must have been really shocked over Tenko, so let's leave her be for now. Okay. Himiko. Yeah, we just gotta leave her be. Debo,
Leave it to me.
leave it to me. I shall become the guiding light that shines on you all. Alright, Mio. This investigation is over and shut. And it's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function. Well then, Kuntfu's killer is obviously one of you stupid assholes who signed up to do this bullshit seance in the first place.
No.
No, not necessarily. Huh? Seriously, the seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
Could it be...
Do you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
fucking moron!
There's no other possibility, shifter brains. God, you don't even know that? It's true that Tenko was alive before the seance began. This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it'll be Angie speaking through you. Understood, I will not say a word until the seance is over. Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point, she was most certainly alive. But when the candles were relit, she was already killed. Poor girl. And that means she was killed in the dark. I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed after the candles were blown out? That may be an important point in this case. Well... Alright, Kyo. I cannot understand. I have no idea why the seance failed.
Right already.
Are you still saying that?
Say,
Why don't we think over the seance once more? I wish to know why it failed.
You're right.
Well, perhaps we will find more clues. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle. The marker stone was placed upon the floor so her forehead would rest upon it. Then, Tsuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. After that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all four of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stand the four corners of the rooms. Kokichi and Tsuichi blew out the candles. Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The seance should have been complete, but
Remember.
there was a strange sound I heard during the seance. I wonder what it was. Not the was, there was. I might be like kind of repeating this, but who knows? I gotta just try to get an idea as to like what happened. It's a mystery to me as well. I thought perhaps someone made a trip, but a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Are you sure, Kyo? We called out to her, but no reply came. But Soichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we moved all the items within circle in the opposite order. Yep. Yeah, I think we've redone this. Rico ran over the cage when she lifted it. And Tenko's body. Oh boy.
I knew it.
It sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance. But it would be difficult in such darkness. Besides, she was in the cage. Question is, when exactly was Tenko killed? Well, Maki, you have anything to say on this?
Well,
Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They're tough to walk on. The floorboards aren't nailed down. They're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. That's probably the reason they're a little unstable. They've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable. Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily.
is this?
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right?
Okay.
Yes, I suppose. Alright, there's only a couple people we can talk to. First is Gonta.
Why?
First Angie, then Tenko.
How can this be?
Gonta's so ashamed. Why Gonta no can protect friends? Alright, Kokichi, your turn.
Oh,
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something. Okay, really the only person we haven't talked to is Tsumugi. I said things that made Tenko look suspicious, and now this? I'm sorry, Tenko. Cry later.
What?
Huh?
Because.
Pride will bring Tenko back, and if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit for Tenko and all of us.
I guess.
You're right. Tenko would want us to figure out, though he'd have no regrets. That'd be the best way to apologize. Okay, was there really anything else that... Was it really anything? I guess really the lit candles are the last thing I can look at. Candles hung on the walls. They're the only source of light in the room. There are no windows, so without the candles it's pitch black. But how did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness? That is a very good question. Well, is there really nothing else we can look at? Wait. What's that over there? There's a small opening in the corner of the room. Doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still.
This.
A hole? It looks like there's space under here too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there.
Huh?
What? Something dropped down there? Was something dropped from here? Something.
Hey,
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
You're right.
Right. Let's do it.
by the way,
It seems pretty dark down there. What can we use for light?
That's true.
Let's bring a candle. With Kibo's light from up here, that should be fine. Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Okay, got it. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then we carefully made our way through the hole under the floor. Oh god. There's blood dripping. You could see it. This is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well,
I'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah. So, is there anything I would have noticed? Well, there's a candle that we brought down with us. Wait a minute. What's that? There's a sickle here. And there's blood all over it.
Okay.
The blood on this sickle's fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon.
is this?
This came from my research lab.
Huh?
It did?
Well,
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality, and you can hide it under your clothes too. Wait, you can?
Well,
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
that's right.
Since Tenka was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
but
Even if this is our murder weapon, how'd the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? Blade could fit through the gaps in the cage. How could it reach her neck?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. If you were to stab it with a 6-inch blade, well, it could depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's impossible. Then her posture is the question. Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
that's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. Okay. And then there's like a blood stain here which is dripping with blood. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. This is definitely Tenko's. But then, what's this? This is a cut crosspiece? Ah, look! Part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboard, and the portion is missing. And the portion missing is about the same width too. And from what I could see of it,
That's true.
it wasn't broken off naturally. It was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is, why? Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it may not fall if this portion is missing.
Then,
So what purpose did this serve? The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all this, then why? That is a very good question. Dried blood. There's a blood stain on the ground, underneath the loose floorboard. Well, that's pretty far where Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here? Secondly, why is it dry?
hey,
Hey, the back of the floorboard has blood on it too. You're right. There's a little bit of blood on the underside of the floorboard.
what do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood splatter here when she got killed?
That's true.
I wonder. I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
But these blood stains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. That is true. So dried blood under the floor. But then there's also dried... There also could be dried blood under... You know what? I don't know. Man. And then there's also the loose floorboard. Anything else worth of interest down here? Let's see. There's a cut cross piece. Wait a minute. What's that? Some of the wood has corroded and is broken off, so you can see into the next room. This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part is rotted away. It looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally. But I could get into the next room through here.
That's true.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? And the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in here. And they could have used the light, like what we're doing now.
Well,
True. Could have used the light to move around under the floor. Is that possible? I think we finished investigating here.
is that alright?
Mikey, do you want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust. So I think really the next thing that we have to look at is actually probably the next room. Just to see what's up.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
Huh?
What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tenko have different killers, then the blackened we need to vote for is
Right.
the culprit for the first murder. The culprit who killed Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
then
So instead of investigating Tenko's death, should we be investigating Angie's?
Okay,
Yes, of course.
but
But this is bigger than a killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. And that's what we're going to do next time. So once again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the series so far. And I'll see you on the next video. Until then, ciao.